Hi, I'm Real Generic Demon, and in this episode we're going to be reviewing this beastie, which is a Kobwa, yes, this is Kobwa, handheld console for children with 268 classic old games built in. Okay, so we're ready to go. I've got a list actually beside me of all its features. Let me list the features because unfortunately it comes in this lovely packaging, which is actually quite easy to open and fully in Chinese. Now I bought this and look at the pictures. I mean, you think, wow, look at this, huge monsters and strange creatures that are various of sort of mixtures of other things that came from other bits and pieces. You know, sort of semi-characters from other things. You'd think that, you know, the word freestyle written down here, you'd think that it was something exciting. But anyway, this is the Kobwa handheld system for children, apparently for children, so I probably shouldn't have bought it. But it's got classic old games built into it, so of course 80s arcade, it says, in red. First off, it looks extremely tacky, as you can see. It doesn't look very nice, I don't think. I think it's meant to look like a PSP, but it's not. It's a very small screen. I think it's only a 2-inch screen. I'm not sure how much of it we can actually see on it. But I say 268 games. I'll put a link in the description below to where I got it from on Amazon. It was all of 12 quid when I purchased it. It comes, you have to put 3 AAA batteries into it, and it's slimline portable, and it's really good, and it's suitable as a gift for anybody apparently. So let's get into this without messing around. I've already opened it up once so we can get into there easily enough. So it just peels apart actually, it's very simple. So it just peels apart, and we've got our, again, Chinese instructions, which says the 268 in one, and then I don't understand what these mean, but there's various buttons. Now I don't actually think that some of these buttons feature on here. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, they do. They're just not coloured the same way, and they don't even have numbers or letters or anything on them. They're just completely blank, if you can see that. They're absolutely blank. There is the word reset there, if you can see it at the angle. I don't know if it'll work or not. And this one says SP, and this one says SP here, and this one says sound. So I'm not 100% convinced with the whole thing. There's obviously a thing there so you can put a string on it. I've already opened this up obviously and put in some batteries, some nice codec ones. We've got our batteries in there. Let's just turn it on. So there's on switches on top. And if you've ever had one of these before, you'll notice the sound. Now the sound has one key thing, which is this, or off. So quiet, medium, very loud, and then off. So we'll go with quiet. Okay, so we can move up and down with the cursor things. Actually, it doesn't feel too bad, that, to be fair. It could have been worse. It's not a rocker pad, but it's because it's buttons more than anything else. These don't do anything at this point in time. This one resets. And this will start. So we'll push the start. Alright, so we've got bizarre combinations of games. So we'll go through the pages. We've got our Angry Birds, Super Contra, Super Mario 8B. I can't see it from the angle of that particularly. Adventure Island, which is basically, well, turn you off for the moment. Adventure Island, Circus Charlie, Gallagher, Lode Runner, Mario Bros, Bubble. Oh, gone a bit too fast there. Dig Dug. Ice Climber. See, so quite a lot of these are what you would call Famicom games or NES games. So we've got quite a few of them already that are sort of already names that we recognise. Nuts Milk. No idea what that is. We'll look at that one later. Star Force, Stargate, Slalom, Donkey Kong 3, Music Moment. Never heard of it. Happy, Fruit Gifts, Devil World sounds good, doesn't it? Popeye, Pac-Man, Binary Land, Sky Destroyer, and the list goes on. Arkanoid, Dash, 100-meter hurdles, Stars, Aimless, I mean, the screen's sharp enough. If I'm brutally honest, the screen is pretty sharp. It's not bad at all. I mean, it's not awful. We're not squinting at it. It's just going to be small. I can tell. I already know what this is going to be. In fact, I know because I already turned it on. It's a famiclone or a NES clone. So it's basically an NES on a chip, the Nintendo Entertainment System on a chip, with some homebrew games combined with some sort of, well, I can't imagine the licensed. So some stolen other games. So we've got quite a lot there. Bomb Jack there. That's a personal favourite, Bomb Jack, if it is the original Bomb Jack. Badminton, 1942, Dragon, contests, Ninja, Enemy Base, Super Gallagher. That's a climber iceberg. That's really weird. Rope games. It just gets so weird, doesn't it? Link Ball, Mario Prince. What the heck's that? They're just bizarre, these things. I mean, 12 quid. I don't suppose I expected any more. I've done a few of these reviews before, and I kind of do them so that you don't have to, because they tend to be. I mean, Honey Donkey. What's a Honey Donkey? God. These things come out en masse. There's lots of these things. They just turn up all over the place. Story, Fat Fish, Mario Blast Mario, should I say? Hamburger. That'll be the usual hamburger one. The build quality, though, I mean, it's fairly robust. The screen isn't going to last, though, against a small child. It's really not. I can't choose them with any of these buttons. They don't work. This one here doesn't work. This is your only start down there. Moonwalker. Super Ninja. Ninja Combat. We're almost at the end here. Whipping through them all quickly. Happy Island, Slots, Mario and Dork. This is just so weird, isn't it? Final Defender. US Soldier. So let's, without further messing around, let's get into an actual game. So we'll go with Kung Fu, which is Kung Fu. You can see though at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if I can do it, but the text was a little bit off on the lettering there. On the top of the stage is a bit worn off. The score's a little bit worn off, so it's not fitting quite right on the screen. There's something wrong there. So we'll choose to play that one at level 1. We'll put some music on. So basically though, the buttons are all the same. So these are both the same button. They're both A and A. So although there's 4 buttons on it, it doesn't need 4 buttons. They're both A and A. Alright, that's B and B. They're both the same. Absolutely the same. And that's your start button. So with all this, you go, right, okay, that's the start. Where's the select button? That's not the select button. That doesn't do anything. That button there physically doesn't do anything. That's start. But the select button doesn't seem to be featured on this at all. So although you've got these Famicom games, which sort of work, the controller is a bit naff with as a button one. And it works all right. I mean, the screen is gentle enough. It looks okay. We have to reset the whole thing to go back in again, and you have to choose English. Let's have a look, see what else we've got here. Let's try Gallagher. So we've got Gallagher here. This is again, it's clearly just a NES game. It doesn't look quite right. The graphics don't look quite right. They're not perfect. There's sort of a cut off underneath all the characters, so it doesn't look like this is the right resolution for the device. Stage 1. It seems to play okay. I mean, I'm honest, it's not awful. I think you're going to find a lot of the games you don't recognise. These are just a few of the ones that I do recognise. The sound is okay. It's a bit tinny, but I wouldn't expect anything less for a device. I hate the fact that I can't push any buttons. And there's no buttons on the top. These are that's just shape. So if we push the reset again, we'll have a look. And let's try some of these weird and wonderful ones. Let's have a little look through here. Let's see if we can find something weird. So we got, what shunter did I say earlier? We'll try. So the Ice Climber is just Ice Climber, as we expected. What was the one? Milk, that was it. Nuts Milk. Never even heard of it. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it is a game. Right, okay, so say we want to go with player 1, game B. Okay, game B. That looks like a good game, actually. I've never seen that one before. Right, so I'm going to select. So I push my button. Right, down, left, right, up, down. Every button under the sun, including the select button. Non-functional. It does not work. I don't know how loud I've got that. It doesn't work. You can only select the first game. So you actually are missing a button. So you actually only have start, A, B, left and right. That's it. This looks like a game I should try, actually, doesn't it? I've never played it before. Have you played it before? Put in the comments below if you have. Not heard of it before. It looks very tough though. But I don't understand why it, that there isn't a select button. Why is there no select button? Surely we would want to select on it. And this is the main. I mean, apart from there's nothing else on it. You can't mount it to a TV. You can't do anything else with it. Let's see if we can find something that's proper. Something that we haven't seen before. There we go. Mario, whatever this is. It's Mario and Donkey Kong, maybe. No, it's Donkey Kong. Right, again, can't select. Can't change. So all we can do is play the game with the menu we've got. So we got some funny names for some of the stuff. Thus far, they've all been Famicom games, though. Official Famicom games. And in fairness, they play fine. So maybe £12 is not bad value for them playing fine. It's not a particularly nice device. It's not pretty. It's not overly comfortable to use. And I think some of this can be a little bit naff. But maybe it isn't so bad for £12 if they're all official Famicom games. But Angry Bird can't be a Famicom game. Now this is a homebrew. No, sorry, reset it by mistake. This is definitely a home. This is a homebrew for sure. Now turn the sound off. And we select an episode. Select a level. Oh wow, I didn't even know that this was on the Famicom. So we have Angry Buds. The Angry Buds are on the Famicom. So you leave it up to yourselves to whatever it is. I don't think it's a thing that's going to last. If I'm honest, I think it's a device that will get. I think the screen will get easily broken. If I'm honest. I'm moving my finger away from the speaker, which is under my finger, which is the reason why the noise gets louder. So far, though, we haven't found anything that isn't an official. Well, no, there's an unofficial game there. Let's see if I can find something else. Santa Claus. Oh no, it's copyright 2004. It's a homebrew. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Some very weird stuff on here. If you don't mind it being a Nintendo, I guess it's not awful, but the screen's not right. It's not brilliant. It's not brilliant at all, really. Will it entertain the kids for long? Probably not. The problem with games of the 80s is that they're notoriously difficult. The skill levels aren't there. There's no tutorial to run through to actually do anything. So, is it worth having? Don't think so. They're not an awful device. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best I've ever seen. But I just thought I'd give you a quick review and see what you think. Would I buy another one? Nah, I wouldn't. But to be fair, I only buy these cheaply so that you can see what they look like and see whether or not you want to make an informed choice of a purchasing one. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.